Hi guys, today I want to talk about the topic of setting up a brand new computer um, for your online lessons. I often have mom and dad who are not sure about what kind of a computer they should get and what sort of setup they should do. Now, the video that I'm making here is about Windows. So if you are going to get a Windows a PC and set it up, what sort of device should you buy, and how you should set it up. All right, the first thing that I would recommend is you should look for a computer with an active touch screen that will support a digital pen. Now, the reason is because if you have a digital pen and a touch screen, it is very easy for students to use it with an online, meeting software like Zoom, and you will be able to do all the annotation you write on the screen in a way that you write on paper. And that is so easy because in this way you can interact with the tutor and be able to draw pictures together, and that make the learning very productive. All right, so what sort of devices you should be looking for? All right, my recommendation is you should look for a laptop that can do it. And the first thing that comes to mind, and the price is reasonable, is the Surface Pro. All right, so these are the Surface Pro. Now, don't go for the Surface laptop. They are expensive. The Surface Pro would do, and they are very light. So these are the pictures. Now, if you go onto eBay, you can get them for very cheap. And starting from the model Surface Pro number 5, that is the oldest that I would recommend. Now here we see Surface Pro number 7. Now the Surface Pro 5, 200 something, and that should be okay. The only issue with the Surface Pro 5 is that it is fairly old, and the battery for the device might not be very good. So when you buy, check with the seller to see whether the battery is any good. Now, if you can afford it, go for the Surface Pro number 8. The reason is because the number 5 to 7, the design is the same, really. But the Surface Pro 8 is a new thing altogether. The design is a new generation, and it is really good. The Surface Pro 8 is already about 3 years old, and the price is still fairly high on eBay, so about $8.99. And then you will need a Surface Pen, okay? And a Surface Pen, you want the original one. You don't want, like those fake one. So Surface Pro Pen Genuine. Okay, you should find something around $50 for a brand new one, and for a used one it could be about $30 or $35. So that should set you up well. Now, don't go for the iPad because iPad Pro is fine. It's a good device, but the problem is that the Zoom software that run on older pad, whether it is iPad or Chromebook or Android pad or whatever, they are all bad. because the software. Zoom software does not run very well on those things, and I bet other software don't run well either. All right, so you would need to have a laptop, either running Windows or Mac, yeah, OS. And I also recommend that if you want to run Zoom, don't go for Mac, yeah, OS, because the Zoom version on the Mac is bad as well. If you want to run Zoom, go for Windows. And the Surface Pro is very popular and cheap. Those second-hand one you can get on eBay, and they are pretty cheap. Okay, so that is about the device. Now imagine right in front of you is a brand new computer that has been set up. It doesn't have to be a new hardware device, it could be old, but Windows has been set up and it is new, brand new, like this. So what do? Now, one of the common mistakes I find many parents do is they set up one single administrative account with full power, and then they give the thing to the kid, and mom and dad and all the kids share one account. Now that's terrible, because what you do will affect your kid, and what the kid do affect you. The files are messy and put everywhere. The setting for the browser, all wrong when the kid want to get online to do a lesson, and they have to switch between this and that, and they don't know what to do. It's just such a mess. It's very important for the kid to come into the computer, turn it on, and they get exactly what it is, the same way, the same layout, the same setup that they had the last time they have a lesson. All right, and it's quite simple. The parents are just lazy. They don't want to set up new account. That's all. So all you need to do is make sure you set up a brand new Windows account for the kid, and from that point on, the kid has his or her own setting, and every time the kid get on the computer, it is familiar. Okay, now, so how do you do that? You go to the control panel and you set it up. So control panel. Now, so you go to user account, and then you create, add or remove a user account. You go to add, and then yes, that's it. You add a user account. Simple as that. So add a user account. Now, if you want the kid to have a Microsoft account, and then that what you have to do. You have to get a Microsoft account, then you set it up. Now, most of the time I don't recommend this because the kids are too young to have their own account and things like that if they are in primary school. So you will say sign in without a Microsoft account, and it says not recommended just because of Microsoft want everybody to go to Microsoft. Just click on sign in without a Microsoft account, set on that, and then you say you want a local account. Okay, so you just give it a name, for example, Freddy, and then you give it a password or something like that, and password in. But listen, you don't need a password. Just say next, and the computer will create an account for Freddy without a password. Okay, so let's try that. Next, finish. Now you're ready to log on that account. So you go to account Freddy. Okay, click on a Freddy account. Okay, I'm not going to do anything. I'll just get back. Okay, so get back to the other account. Okay, so we are back right here. All right, so we have set up an account. Okay, now the kid will log on to his or her own account and never have any problem. Okay, now imagine now that you have got an account. The next thing you want to do is you install Zoom, and you install other things that the kid may need. Now, if you want to install Zoom, what you do is you search for the version that will install for all users instead of just one user. So you download Zoom MSI. Remember MSI, search for that. Now that takes you to the Zoom installers, not the default one. Now then you look for the Zoom Workplace app for meeting 64-bit MSI installer. That is the correct one. So you click on that and then it will download and then you install this thing. Okay, now I'm not going to install it because I already have it installed. Okay, how about other thing? Now at the moment I am running the Edge browser that comes with Microsoft. Now I would recommend you install the Chrome browser. So look for Chrome. Build to be fast. It might not give you the UK version, but that is okay. So you click on download. Yes, and Chrome setup. Yes, and then after that you open and you set up Chrome. Okay. Now the other thing is you might even want to download another browser. I like Firefox browser. Now just in case there's some issues, you can run another browser, and I think Firefox is a good one. Okay, so download Firefox for Windows, and yes, you can download Firefox for Windows. Okay, Firefox installer, you can open and install it. I won't do it because I already have it. Alright, so far we have done the installation of Zoom and Chrome, the browser. Now the next thing is to set the browser up to work well with a Multimatic. So I'm going to get out of Edge. Now I'm going to run Chrome. Now the first thing I want to do is to pin the thing onto the taskbar so I have it. Okay. Now the next thing is I run Chrome from the taskbar. So now I have Chrome running. Now the first thing I would want is to install a blocker for the ad that allow the kid to access YouTube and to access other websites without facing all these ads that slow them down. And so I recommend a good ad blocker called Ghostery. So download Ghostery for Chrome. Okay, so Ghostery tracker and ad blocker. So I click on that, and then because I already installed it, so it doesn't say install, it say remove from Chrome, but for you it will say install. So you install and you enable it. Now once it's installed and enabled, you don't have any more problem with the ad. Okay, so now is the time to get on my website. Okay, now normally you log on, but I already log on, so it shows straight away. So yes, now the computer is ready. Now another thing I would want to recommend is to make sure that the kids have access to all the things they need rapidly, so they don't have to search every single time they get it. Okay, so how do you do that? You click, use the right button and click on the tab, and then you pin it. See? Now what happens is that anything that you put on and you pin it will stay there after you quit and come back. Okay, so I'm going to set up a few more. Now another really useful website, maybe your kid already have it, have access from school, or you get it, is Reading Express. Now Reading Express is a good software, and you should pin it. Now this is useful for the kid from year 1 all the way to year 5. Okay, year 6 is probably a bit too old, but yeah, at least from year 1 to year 4, that kind of thing. Now Reading Express, so you can get an account on this. Now another really useful website is Retheory, that's for English. So I open a new tab, I search for it, theory. And yeah, I get it here, so I access it, and I pin the thing as well, so I can have it. Now this is a free reading website, and it's really useful for the kids. Now what else? I think those three should be fine. That probably would all what your kids would need. Now then I recommend that you install a dictionary that make it really easy to look up word for the kids, so they don't have to go to the browser and search for new word every time. Open it up and search for Word Web Pro free. So Word Web Pro free. Now it's called the Free English Dictionary and Thesaurus. Click on that and you download it now. Okay, so that's what it is. Now download it, then you run to install it. Now accept. Now say it try to install for the current user. That's good enough. Now if you want to install for the entire computer and all the users can use it, then you can go to advanced option. But now install for a single user, that's good enough. And it's Australia English, so that we install, so it's done. Now it probably gives you the idea, control right click and the mouse button to look up for a word. Now this is a really handy feature. What it means is you hold the control key down and you use the right mouse button and click on any word you see. You will get the meaning of it quickly. Now I'll demonstrate. So I hold the control key down and I click on the word synonym using the right hand button on the mouse. See? It look up straight away, and this is so handy. And it can even look up inside a picture as well, not just, you know, on the text in the browser. Now I show you. So you can close that. Okay, so if I go to my browser now, and I'll just show you, you know, the ability to look up, you know, even in English kind of, you know, like text, that kind of thing. So if I just go to one of the test result here, and I'll just open the question, see what happened. No, is it? Yes. Yeah, now you see on the right hand side I have a picture, okay, a picture, not text. So if on the text is easy, so I hold the control key down and move the pointer over the word moon, and then I click the right mouse button. It look it up straight away. Oh, it's actually look up to word blue moon. Yeah. Now let's see whether it can look up inside a picture. So I move to the word, athletes. Yeah, the pointer point to the word, but it's on inside a picture. Okay. Now I'll right click the button when a control key is held down. So hold the control key down and right click on the word athletes. See what happens. See, it can actually look up inside a picture as well. Now this is a really handy way for the children to look up words, so they don't have to, you know, go to the browser and have to say athletes, you know, meaning, and look up in Google, you know. Yeah, well, that's slow. Now when you can just do this, hold the control key down, click the right button, and you get the word straight away, and you can, you know, even sound it out.
Athletes. Athletes.
Yeah, see, so that's very good. All right, so you set up Word Web ready for the kids. Now what else do you need? Well, I think that pretty much all what you need. You will find out that Ghost Story will stop the ad in YouTube as well. Now I do have some of the very good educational lesson that I get from YouTube to put on my website. So the kid will be watching them, and you don't want the ad, you know, to come in and annoy them. Now, Retheory also send a lot of ad out to the student. Now, with the ad blocker, you don't have that problem anymore. So, in summary, you should set up the computer in a proper way for the kid. You should start with an individual account in Windows for each of the kid, and then you should set up a browser like Chrome, which is the best, for the kid to use. You should install the Zoom software for the entire system. Don't install just for a single person. Then you should pin, you should run Chrome and set it up and pin all the tabs you need. So to my website, Reading Egg, Retheory, all the things that the kids need, and pin them. Right button on the tab and pin. This is unpinned because it's already pinned. Now that will allow you to close down the whole browser and come back quickly. So it's gone. Now if the kid click on Chrome again, you see all the pin tab go back straight away. So the kid will never have any problem, accessing the system. Now, so that's it, guys. So this create the setup that is ready for the kid to go on with the lesson. And every time they get in, they get the same setup. Otherwise, you use a computer, many kids use a computer, and things just all stuck up. Every time they get on, now when they have online lesson with me, one of the problems is that every time they get on, everything that they need disappear. And we have to try to get back again and that kind of thing. And you don't want that to happen. All right. So happy online learning, guys.